My name is Andrea Caswell, and I'm a contributor to the Unity issue of Pilgrimage. Today, I'll be reading from my essay called Reflections. In 2014, I attended a women's leadership conference called Own Your Story. Barbara Walters was the keynote speaker. When I arrived that morning, the organizer of the conference asked me to think of a question for Walters during the Q&A session. Me? Ask Barbara Walters a question? The most celebrated interviewer in the world? The woman who sat across from Muammar Gaddafi and asked him if he was mad? The woman who stared into Putin's steel blue eyes and asked him point blank if he'd ever ordered anyone killed? Just before Ms. Walters' talk, someone led her to the table nearest the stage and sat her right next to me. I didn't want to betray how starstruck I felt, or be so gauche as to chit-chat while she was being introduced. Seated only inches apart, I snuck glances at her bird-like body, at the blue veins rippling the surface of her right hand. I wanted to reach out and touch the shiny bracelet on her delicate wrist. She was 84 years old and just weeks from retirement after a 50-year career in journalism. She studied a set of white note cards between her fingers, holding them the way she would have done to interview presidents and celebrities and madmen. During this time at the table, a short biographical film aired on a screen above the stage. Her first TV appearance came in the 1950s, when she was asked to participate in a swimsuit demonstration. In 1964, she was known as the Today Girl on NBC's morning show. It would be years before she'd be accorded the more professional title of co-host. Watching the film, I realized that I'd taken her trailblazing career for granted. She'd fought sexism for decades, determined to write and produce her own serious pieces, instead of the fluff routinely assigned to her as a woman. Once on stage for her keynote, she shared more personal experiences of her life. As a little girl, she'd wished her father had been a dentist instead of a nightclub owner, thinking that if he were a dentist, he'd make it home in time for dinner. She became a single mother in the 1970s. She named her daughter after her one sibling, Jacqueline, who was mentally disabled. Walters read us some of the actual questions she had asked Anwar Sadat, Fidel Castro, and the Shah of Iran. All the while, I was writing on my own little note card, the one question I would ask Barbara Walters. Thank you.